What is going on, everyone? My name's Boyd, and I'm back with some more Age Mythology of the Titans action, spawning in the right side of the map in the blue color, playing as Hades. His name is Domantas. His opponent today in the red color, playing as Odin. His name is Baritchola. The map is Tundra Pools. This is a best of 5 between these two players for the Relegations promotions. Both players, or both challenger leagues, need to play against each other. They play a little cross thing. So one plays 4, two plays 3 kind of vibes. And then they get to move on to play against the loser of the crisscross from the 5 through 8 of the Champions League. So whoever wins this game gets that opportunity to get into the Challengers League for next season. Season 2. No plans yet as to when it's going to be, but it's definitely going to be at least a 3-month break. And we'll see how it goes. That's life. Anyways, Tundra Pools, popularized by who? Sun Tzu, picking this map every single game through his Champion League debut, and winning the vast majority of them. Unfortunately, not winning a series of the entire thing, but he did have his map down pat. We'll see what Domantas has got in store for us. See what Baritchola. Both of these players performed incredibly well in their respective league. Obviously, one of these players came second and the other one came third, I believe. I can't remember which one's which, but Domantas is one of those players who's known for his team gameplay on Yucca. The clan Yucca, playing with Matrius and like people like Thomas Shelby, I think, and some other players who seem to be escaped Gold Lion. So really strong team game player. Translating that into the 1v1 sometimes doesn't work as well, but Domantas showing he's no slouch. He's playing his Hades fairly decently, eating these Orok over here as well. Baritchola, on the other hand, not a lot about him is known beyond the fact that he is an Odin one-trick and has played really well. He took series off literally everyone, I think except for like one player. Maybe it was Mariano, I think. I'm not sure. Anyways, doesn't matter. Baritchola, he's played some Odin. He's very good at it. However, from all accounts, Odin's counter is Hades. The way that the mid-level Odin players play, they really lack that killer instinct to know when they can kill people. And what ends up happening is they get their advantage because of whatever reason through Odin, whether that's the Valkyrie early, the Ulfsark, the Speedy Ulfsark, some Frost shenanigans, something like that. And then they sit on that advantage for a Ragnarok winning below. And what tends to happen is, when you're playing against Hades, is that advantage is just not enough to push through the Hades increased building hit points, the Hades increased damage output from buildings as well, and also the archer shenanigans that a Hades player can pull off as well, by sitting behind a wall with the archers and then losing a lot of your Heroes of Ragnarok before they even do anything. So winning with Ragnarok against Hades tends to not be the right idea. And I actually think potentially going tier against Hades is kind of a little bit of a safer bet. And we'll see what Baritchola is going to do here. Obviously, you want to spam out those fishing ships, get 10 fishing ships as soon as you possibly can. We do see Baritchola slightly in front on the fishing ship count. Actually, no, Baritchola and Domantas. Actually, Domantas is winning on the fishing ship count. I take it all back. So well played by Domantas with this early game build order. Athena coming through. You wonder if he's going to cut fishing ships in order to get out his early Chiron or not. And he also needs to think about getting out early Purse Scene. So we'll see what happens. The town center is spawning in a little bit of a box shape here in the middle of the map as well. Not really any advantage or disadvantage to those. Gold mines as well. pretty unfortunate gold mine spawns for Baritchola. He may actually would be worth saving forest fire for this forest to open up the town center to protect this gold mine and putting some buildings over here and walls and something like that. We do see Domantas moving forward, putting up this dock on this location, going to be throwing up some wall segments around here to protect that villager. So that's nice and cute there, but it looks like the dock's going to get up no problems. And that's really huge. It's something that we saw Chemo doing, is putting up a dock on the opponent's pools in order to slow down their economy a lot by getting out a couple of trireme and maybe even winning that water here. Athena has been hit here for Domantas, and Baritchola going Heimdall. That's got to be some sort of a misclick, but he's got forward longhouse here. Where's the temple? Temple's back here. The Ania goes after this, and potentially Baritchola is going for an all-in, not even an all-in, he's going for this dock here. So the big difference on Vibbly Balance Patch 4.0 and other iterations of the game is Undermine can be cast on a building, including the dock. And if we check that out, Undermine does doesn't tell me exactly what it does. I don't know what it does in terms of damage to a dock. Or am I thinking extended edition? I'm never sure. I just don't know. But Domantas just completely ignoring this Heimdall from Baritchola, and he just goes instant second town center here. Gets the singular trireme, gets 2 trireme out. That's going to be able to push these fishing ships off here. And he can just sit back on passive stance. I think he should be able to pick off this fishing ship as well, but not going to happen just yet. Town center just about up. Ulfsark and raiding cavalry. You should wait on this. You need to kill off this dock faster than a trireme comes out. 14 seconds to kill off this dock is what you want to go for. So send the Iron Here forward, plus the Herser forward, and go for it. The Ravens do spot this. Town center is up. Some nice Auroch on this location as well. And the Ajax going to bring the Eye of Horus back, giving an extra 4 population immediately. System of Bast is down here as well. A couple of the longboats coming out, but this is going to be very easily defended by Domantas with his trireme here. The Iron here are going to have to retreat away as well. So nice play by Domantas so far. Now we've got a couple of raiding cavalry out, a couple of Ulfsark. We see medium raiders has come through for Baritchola as well. Still waiting on the attack on this location here. Obviously, he has to make it happen, and he has to make it happen really strong. We should wait for this Iron here to come through. We'll boost this quite a bit. It looks like possibly this is enough units to take this down fast enough. Alternatively, you can sneak up a dock here. This is outside of line of sight of Domantas, but he's not, obviously doesn't know that, but he will be going after this dock. We'll see if Domantas reacts. The undermine comes down. We see a trireme coming out, and this is going to be very, very fast, but a Minotaur coming in right now, going after this, does headbutt that raiding cavalry away. The dock going down still quite quickly. 500 HP left. The trireme will come out, which will probably force these units away from this, but the dock will go down, and now the units have to turn around and get away from this, but the dock will come immediately back up for Domantas. And honestly, that's absolutely huge here, because that's an undermine down. This whole strategy that Baritchola has gone after has been thwarted, and now Domantas is throwing salt in the wound, getting out some fishing ship on this location as well. He's got Persine as well. And now Domantas can just keep moving in and out, trying to snipe fishing ships while this is all going on. Almost picking off this fishing ship. Does pick it off. Maybe able to kill off the other fishing ship as well, but he doesn't go for it just yet. Possibly just going to wait to kill off some units before he goes for it. Does headbutt that, or almost headbutt that Iron here there. Gets that headbutt. That's a lot of damage, but unfortunately the Ajax still going to be chasing it around, and then the Iron here will fall to the hoplites. And this raid here in the middle of the base does get 1 villager kill here, and doesn't, but loses one one raiding cavalry there as well. The raiding cavalry still moving in. Going to attempt to pick off some villagers on this Auroch. And he may be able to pick off one there as Domantas not paying attention to it, but he does pick off that fishing ship. So we can go after the dock now. So nice play by Domantas to control this fish over here. We'll see if he pumps out those fishing ship or not. But the villagers are coming out quite fast. Archery range, military academy, going for hoplite Toxotes here. Baritchola still has one of his docks remaining. We still don't see a dock up here for Baritchola, but the trireme chilling. We doing its thing. Raiding cavalry could potentially come over and take this dock down, but it takes so long to pick it off. And now the Domantas units are going to try and move in, but get deflected. Town center on its way up. You're going to have to fight this one if you want to get this town center up. And it does force the units to focus on something other than the army, though. So hoplites moving in. Got to get those Toxotes to target this down. Hoplites do not beat throwing axemen. Those throwing axemen, very strong counter units here, but they keep turning around. Minotaur going to try and sneak around onto the back of these throwing axemen. The Hersa already here. Villagers are still trying to get this town center up. While this fight is going on, it looks like it may be able to get up as the Hersa is still trying to chase the Minotaur around. Some Toxotes plus hoplites doing some nice damage over here. Minotaur coming in, have managed to avoid the Hersa thus far. Headbutts that raiding cavalry to his demise there, but the Minotaur does go down. Restoration coming in now for Domantas. Maybe a little bit of overkill there as the town center does get up, and now he can eat these Aurochs completely fine and dandy here. Let's see what Baritchola is going to do. He's run out of gold. How much gold in the bank? I cannot see on this map, obviously, because reasons. And let's check him out over here. He's got 200, 300 gold in the bank here. Moving to this gold mine may be dangerous because these trireme potentially could hit this one. Surprised to see him not go after this dock, though. With those triremes, it looks like Baritchola has given up on that location here. Now we see a raid about to move in by Baritchola, but Domantas has already marked these villages back. They can just move into this sentry tower or back, but he's going to lose a couple of villages here, it looks like. It does pick off one, should get two here. So nice raid from Baritchola, but it doesn't matter. Domantas is on 3 town centers. He loses 2 villages. That's just 15 seconds, and it's like he lost none compared to what Baritchola can get. Another raid coming in on this location. The hoplites chasing them around. The villagers running headfirst into the axis of the raiding cavalry, but has not managed to get any pickoffs as the raiders retreating away, still going after these villagers, but he's just losing so many raiders on this attack here. It's just not going to work out for him, and Domantas gets away here without losing too much economy. Meanwhile, villagers over here for Baritchola getting a second town center as well. And I think this one is gonna might go the distance, but Apollo timing attack. If you put an underworld on the top of the map here and on the bottom of the map, you can cut gold off quite easily. We do see the raiders visiting this gold mine. Tower is up, but no crenellations here. And the villagers will get picked off very fast. Medium raiders do a lot of damage to this. Baritchola gets his second town center up. Villagers moving forward here. Going to look for these elk. He's got some bear here as well. So that's a nice amount of hunt that he can find himself here. So we'll see what happens. The raiders getting sniped as they're trying to get out. But the wall has been finished here for Domantas, and these raiders are going to have to find somewhere else to go. Could possibly put some buildings up over here and block the raiders from getting out of this location, but not fast enough to do that one. There's the Apollo for Domantas. An underworld coming in here, hitting this location, but there's only 6 villages here. A bunch of villagers moving over onto that Auroch as well. The underworld can dart onto both locations here, so he can keep off this. And he's going after the town center as well. I like this play from Domantas a lot here. He's got his Toxotes to deal with throwing axemen. The hoplites chasing these raiders around. It's about an even amount of population sink if those Toxotes weren't going as well. And now he can just go after this, but he's not paying attention. Does finally decide to turn around. Villagers moving in here, going to be trying to take some damage here. And then the throwing axemen have to get out of here when the Ajax and the Toxotes start deciding to do their job, going for the town center now. Do we see a a second age coming through. Yes, Scardy is on the way for Baritchola, who's still looking for raids here, but she's not able to do it. Still a couple more villages are falling for Domantas, but the hoplites here are able to clean up this raid, clean up all of the raiding cavalries. There's the Scardy for Baritchola. And let's check out his economy. He's got 500 food, 300 gold here. So he's not close to the Mythic Age. It's not going to be any threatening Ragnarok at all. And Baritchola in that moment does decide to tap out, realizes he's thrown away too many units here. The Heimdall did not work out for him. And that is that. GG, well played by Domantas, taking the first game here. Not sure exactly what Baritchola could have done given his strategy. Probably would have liked to see him just go Freya and go for a semi-fast heroic on this map. Sneak up a dock here, maybe get a Kraken out to harass or something like that. Could have been an option. But he just didn't go for it. So unlucky, but well played by Domantas. Another option that Odin could possibly try here is double Ulfsark and send both Ulfsarks forward to your opponent's lakes and just go for like a 4-dock build and try and steal as many fishing ships as you possibly can from both of these shores. But, you know, it didn't happen here, and that's the game. Anyways, if you enjoyed this game, please hit that follow button on the Twitch. If you're on the YouTubes, hit the subscribe button, and I will see you in the next game.